Cheers, guys, to the end of another successful trading week, right? So it's Friday evening here, and I'm reflecting on the trades that I've taken this week. I usually do that on Friday evenings in anticipation of Sunday weekly review. Then I decided to make a video for the community. So this video is going to be different from what I normally do on the channel. I decided to create like a mini weekly review where I share with you guys the trades that I'm looking out for, or the setups that I'm looking out for the next week. So it's going to be in two parts. First part is I'm going to review the trades that I took or how my week went overall, and then share a few setups that I'm looking out for in the next week. Obviously, I cannot share all of the setups that I go for two reasons. Number one, time will not allow us to go into all of the currency pairs because I trade quite a lot of currency pairs. And also this I do with the mentees on a Sunday evening, and I go more in depth in there. So if you want to be part of the inner circle, registration is open for February intake. You can just shoot me a DM on all social media platforms, right? And you can get yourself registered. Nonetheless, I'm going to give you enough information to guide you in the coming week, especially on technicals, right? So if you like this kind of video, or if you like this idea, let me know in the comment section. Let me know if I can create more of such content, right? Without wasting much time, I'll go ahead and review the trades that I took this week. This week overall wasn't really a good week for me, right? It wasn't really a good week for me compared to my previous performances. Now, when I say it wasn't a good week for me, it doesn't really mean I didn't get trade setups. I got trade setups, but they didn't really move as much as they would on a normal day for me. You know, I like to take my trades on a higher time frame, so I'm usually targeting profit areas of 100 to 200 pips or 100 to 150 pips. But this particular week, most of the setups that I got were giving me an average of 30 to 40 pips and then totally reversing. So it was quite tough on my trading account, but nonetheless, I've been able to sail through, and this is part of the business. Next week we search for it. So without wasting much time, let's get right into today's video. But before I do that, guys, if you are new here, we have a little tradition. Kindly click on the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, like this video. It's going to help the channel to grow. Right now, let's get straight into the setups that I took. So the first one on the list or the radar is GBP/JPY. I already broke down this currency pair in my previous video, so I'm not going to go so much into details, right? But I took a sell from somewhere around this area, targeting these levels for my take profit, stop loss somewhere around here, take profit one somewhere in this region. So this is what I was talking about, right? This trade moved into my favor, gave me about 80 pips, and then totally reversed. So this was one of the good ones, by the way, because 80 pips is quite a lot. DJ is quite volatile, so it was okay for me. But I was targeting these areas, but price never made it there, and then we found DJ all the way back to this highest here. So I took a total of about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades, and then I'm going to break all of them down for you. The next trade I took was Euro USD. I was looking for a buy from these areas. I took a buy trade here, put my stop loss somewhere around here, and I was targeting these areas for my take profit. So I was trying to catch the retracement of this particular swing move before overall looking out for my sells for next week, right? But for some reason, Euro USD has been quite sluggish, right? It didn't really move in our favor. It gave us about 30 pips and then it reversed totally. So this is what I was talking about. Usually I will get trades like this, or I'll get volumes like this, but today was quite just a choppy movement and then something small to just go home with about 30 pips, and it reversed totally. Apart from that, the next trade that I took again was Euro NZD as well. I was going in for a buy for Euro NZD. This trade, I actually held it overnight, only to wake up the next morning to see that the trade has totally reversed to hit my stop loss right after giving us about 40 pips. So the trade idea is quite simple. Price made it to this previous low right here. I read into my confirmations, and I was trying to catch these buys at least back to this level. So this trade didn't even hit my take profit one. It got close to it, but it just found its way all the way here the next day, and then it took me out with a full loss. So that was a loss right there. Another trade I took was NZD USD, right? I took this trade right from here. I broke this down in my previous video as well. I was expecting it to come back to at least these levels and then subsequently maybe break it down to these levels. But as you can see, after giving me about 20 to 30 pips, NZD USD also totally reversed to take me out the full loss. So you can see when I say the week wasn't really a great one, looking at the way the market was just moving against my trades, right? And then the last trade that I took was USD CHF. USD CHF didn't even give me any profits and it went straight to hit my stop loss. So I took my entry somewhere around here, stop loss above the range. Trade idea is quite simple. We are currently in an uptrend, swing, retracement, swing, retracement. So the price, upon reaching these highs, I was expecting at least some reactions back to maybe the trend line or at least a Fibonacci region. Then we continue the move up. But USD CHF had other plans. One thing I want everybody to learn from this is that all of these losses are calculated by the way I was expecting them, in a sense that proper risk management is going to keep me to play the game next week as well. Imagine I went full margin or I went rogue on all of these setups, that would have been my account gone. So I still have an account to fight next week, and then just a couple of good trades will bring my account back into much more profit. So I'm not worried about the setups, just that it was quite a stressful week for me. So this is for USD CHF, and then these are just the trades that I took. I took one last one, which was also GBP USD in confluence with NZD USD. So GBP USD, I got in quite too early, by the way. I was using my day trading strategy and I got quite in too early, because from the 4-hour perspective, I was actually expecting this to be a retracement, at least back into my Fibonacci zones. As you can see, it never really touched even my 50% level, and it started giving me some confirmations for a sell. I got my entry way on the lower time frame. Day trading, I was just trying to catch this short movement down here together with NZD USD, by the way. So I got in. I also got some small profits, and then it also totally reversed. So that's it for the trades that I took this week. I'm looking out for some couple of setups next week as well. Let's go through those ones too. GBP JPY and USD JPY have made it to previous highs. USD JPY has little room to also touch that previous high, by the way, but it's almost there. So that's like one of the areas to look out for. Even though this is still looking very bullish and can easily be breached, we are at a resistance, and it's only ideal to look out for a possible trade setup right here, a possible sell trade next week. But this is not final. Obviously, it's going to depend on the formations or the interaction it's going to have in this key level right here. So moving into next week, GBP JPY is one of the currency pairs on my radar. Two things are going to happen with this. It's either this level holds and get a nice reaction and we get a trade back here, which if you look out from the higher time frame perspective, is looking quite possible, because this would be like a clean double top for a potential change in trend. Nonetheless, if this level doesn't hold and is broken, then we want to zoom out and look out for these areas and see where potentially GBP JPY could be traveling to, and that could be around these highs right here. So this is quite a distance for GBP JPY as well. So it's either this level is respected or GBP JPY breaks it and then finds its way all the way back up. So that is it for GBP JPY. The next one I'm looking out for is GBP CHF. I took a trade on this setup the week before this one, and I'm still bearish on GBP JPY. So GBP JPY hasn't really done much. All it did was to travel or find its way back to the previous high, but the trend is still in a downtrend. By the way, we can clearly see that it is still in a massive downtrend. So what we have here is a swing pullback, another swing here. So my first point of interest for GBP CHF will be that previous high right there. So depending on what's happened or the interactions that I get from GBP CHF in these zones right here, in this particular resistance, I could get a sell trade from these levels right here and then targeting these levels for my take profit. If this level is broken, the next level to look out for, or the most immediate high, is this level right here. As easy as that. So let's talk about Euro USD. So with Euro USD, I still maintain my bias for a pullback. This is all looking like a retracement for eventually for price to what continue to the downside. So this has some more movement to the upside at least. So what I want to do, or what I'm going to do, is to just plot my Fibonacci as well and then anticipate these areas. So I have a swing here, pullback. I also have a trend line, so I'm just going to extend my trend line into the future. So I have my point 1, point 2, anticipating point 3, and then point 3 is in confluence with my Fibonacci zones that I'm looking out for. So if price finds its way here, which I'm expecting it to get here, then I'm going to look into price action to see whether this level is going to hold for the continuation or is going to be broken, right? So that's also another trade right there for me in the coming week for Euro USD. Euro JPY is also moving just like GBP JPY. It bounced off this level, right? and it's currently headed to this previous highs. So as custom demands, EUR/JPY is approaching a bar stop, and then we're going to look into or investigate what exactly happens here, whether we could get a sell trade in confluence with GBP/JPY. Then let's take a look at NZD/USD. So NZD/USD has just found its way to my previous high now. So this is going to be a normal resistance trade. If this level holds, short it all the way back. NZD/USD usually moves in confluence with GBP/USD and then EUR/USD. So you realize that they are all giving the same kind of signals for potential sales in the coming week. So next week is looking quite good for me opportunity wise. I just want to be alert by the chart and capitalize on all of them. And then when I get the signals, be rest assured that I'm going to send them into the community. So if you are not part of my community, now is the time for you to just pause this video right now, click on the link in my description to join the RickFS Telegram community. Next week is going to be hot. I'm going to send a lot of signals in there for all of us to make money. So let's move to USD/CHF. What am I expecting? I take out all of these drawings and then wait and allow the markets to develop some more. So this is how I trade. When the market is doing something like this, I don't have a trade setup. All I have to do is to set my ammunitions in my zone. And where's my next zone? I'm expecting it to come there. I'm expecting it to come here, or there is a minor resistance right here as well. I might just consider this immediate highs for USD/CHF before this particular one. Nonetheless, I'm just going to be very vigilant by the chart, read very well into price action, and also the fundamentals that are coming in next week. There are quite a lot of fundamentals coming in, right? This one I'll go deeply into it in the weekly review with the mentees. We do this every Sunday, every single Sunday. We just spend about 1 to 2 hours on Zoom, break the charts down, talk about what we are expecting, help them with trading psychology, and also anything all around that's going to help them to be successful in the forex market on a personal level, on a very, very personal level. So if you want to be a part of the inner circle as well, you just shoot me a DM on any of social media platforms. Registration is currently ongoing for February students or February intake. So just want to shoot me a DM and we'll talk it out. This video is sponsored by the Forex Founder, one of the leading proprietary firms right now in the industry. And as you guys always know it, I'll not leave here without giving you guys some goodies, right? So in the month of February, the Forex Founder is currently running a promotion on any account you decide to purchase. You just have to use the promo code TFF50M. I'm going to leave the picture somewhere in the video for 50% off any account that you decide to buy, and also 150% refund on your first payout. They're going to refund the money that you used to purchase this account, and also they're going to give you free merch when you become a funded trader, right? So as you all know, I currently have an account with them and I'm still trying them out. So far so good. I've not had any issues yet. If you want to make a purchase right now, click on the link in the description to purchase an account with the Forex Founder, and then use the promo code to enjoy this amazing discount in the month of February, guys. Click on the link in my description to join the RickFS Telegram community. Do want to follow me on all social media platforms at RICK__FX, especially on Instagram and on Telegram. That'll be all for this video, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.